Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out BEDKNOBS and BROOMSTICKS. This is a movie that I have never heard before but was recommended to me by Jonathan over on my Patreon on my movie recommendation tier. So thank you so much, Jonathan, for recommending this movie. It's a movie, again, I've never heard before, but apparently it's made by the same people who made Mary Poppins, and I love Mary Poppins. So I'm pretty excited for this one. I'm assuming it's a kids flick. Maybe it works for the spooky season. On YouTube, this is coming out after Halloween, but for me, I'm watching this right at the start of October, so it's kind of right in prime spooky season, Halloween season for me. And yeah, if you want to check out more of my reactions, you can come to my Patreon for uncut and early access reactions to my movies and TV shows that come up to 3 weeks early, as well as exclusive Patreon live streams, movie polls, movie reactions, and so much more. Thank you so much for checking out. Let's get back to the video. Okay, I actually have no idea of what's gonna happen in this movie. Like, I didn't even know this movie existed until Jonathan recommended it to me, and I had not seen a single image of this movie until I put it up on Disney Plus right now. So I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, but I'm hoping that I will enjoy it. So anyways, I hope you enjoy my reaction to BEDKNOBS and BROOMSTICKS. So we must have like an actual witch in this movie then. That's pretty epic. I also hope we see a fish with legs. That would be really cool. Oh, it's called In BEDKNOBS and BROOMSTICKS. Oh no, it's not. It's just called BEDKNOBS and BROOMSTICKS. My bad. I understand what I was trying to do. Who is this Lion King? That is so awesome. I love centaurs, or what are they called? Not centaurs. The goat people. Goat people. I love the goat people. So that was very unexpected. So this movie takes place during World War II. That's interesting. I did not know that.
Pepperidge Eye.
Couldn't say, sir. It's set on the wireless to paint out the signpost.
Drive on, Corporal.
But he painted over the sign after the guy asked the question. That's hilarious.
Oh, no trouble, my dear. Anything to get the poor things away from those terrible bombings in London. Come along, love.
It's kind of like Nanny McPhee a little bit, or maybe the start presence of Nanny McPhee.
Charles, poor. Oh, you're from his price. I'm expecting
Is his
her
name
in.
Poor? Like, he's economically poor.
Out the tanks from the cliffs of Dover, call up the gulls.
Okay.
Defend every inch of England, no matter what they send.
Okay.
Of the old home guard, that's who. The soldiers of the old home guard.
What a bonding moment, guys.
The glory of yesterday's parades, who's standing firm.
I want to join these guys and sing.
Carry on, Sergeant.
That was so epic.
What on earth is that?
The Nanny Mobile.
What's you burning this thing? It smells a bit like sulfur.
Ridiculous. One can't make motor fuel out of sulfur.
Well, yes, but he was just saying that it smells like sulfur.
Brown in London.
Oh, she's a
Thank you.
witch.
This is Miss Price. Carrie Charles and Paul Rawlins, all the way from London.
Paul, not poor.
Today they sent us 45, and I've had to find homes for all of them at very short notice.
You can be their nanny, right?
You're not suggesting that I should take these children into my house?
Exactly.
She don't have the space on her motorbike.
To yourself, and according to the order of the Ministry of Civil Defence, you have no choice.
Oh, wow.
Good morning, Miss Price. There they are, oh, Miss Price.
How are they all gonna fit in there?
Poor unfortunates from the city.
Oh, this very
Ha,
carefully.
they managed somehow. What a beautiful house. What a beautiful house. Oh, the cat. Oh, that would actually be scary.
I don't believe in giving animals ridiculous names. I call him Cosmic Creepers because that's the name he came with.
Cosmic Creepers? That's a ridiculous name.
What was your name?
It's Carrie, miss.
Carrie, you sleep on the sofa in there.
Oh, what? She gets the sofa?
You will wash thoroughly.
Wash?
You will wash yourselves, otherwise there will be no supper. Is that...
Oh, wow. That's a threat.
You are planning to run back to London? If you have any more plotting to do, please do it elsewhere where I shan't have to listen to it.
Red-handed, caught red-handed.
Sausage and mash, bubble and squeak, toad in the hole.
Bubble and squeak is so delicious.
Cabbage buds, rose hips, elm bark, whortle yeast, and stewed nettles.
She's eating potions, dude. She's eating potion ingredients. Who eats elm bark? That cat went super speed for a second.
Its heartiest congratulations on qualifying for the first degree of your chosen calling.
Oh, nice.
Call yourself Apprentice Witch.
Apprentice Witch.
Both hands. Yes, of course.
Doesn't look very comfortable.
And a clear witch is always a lady except when circumstances dictate otherwise. Take an easy, graceful side.
Oh, of course women have to go on the broom like this. What the heck, man? What are these gender roles? So funny, though.
There we are. How's that?
The broom's like, that's not ladylike. I'm not flying.
Here we go. Lakipo, necrif, scrumpet, leech.
Oh, go on.
All right, I know it's not ladylike. Lakipo.
It's the best way to ride a broom, though. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. She's flying. It's actually crazy how she's not terrified. I think I would be so terrified.
How does she do that? Because she's a witch. That's the sort of thing witches do.
I mean, so fair because she actually is a witch. Good assumption. Oh!
A witch she is, says you. Then let's use the old loaf, says I. Let's get back to...
Who is this kid?
Thank you. It's nothing serious.
Lovely weather for flying last night.
Oh my god.
Game's up, Miss Price. We know what you
He
are.
wasn't even subtle about it. He's just like, yeah, we know. He didn't even give it any time.
Anything else?
Now you mention it, I could do with a bit of lolly.
Oh my god.
Have you ever heard of a rich witch?
Be that as it may, you don't want us to blab.
Who is this Charlie kid?
Go on then, I'll dare ya.
Very well, Charles.
I hope he turns into a toad.
Apogee, pedigree, perigee.
Oh my days. Oh my days, a bunny. Dude, the cat's on the hunt for Charlie. Oh. You see that shot? That was really cool.
Maybe she's not a wicked witch.
Of course I'm not.
See?
I told you so, said Paul.
Charlie, we can keep a secret. Yeah, if someone made it worth our while.
Oh my god, Charlie, man.
My spells?
Bet that's not worth much.
Come with me.
Charlie just wants money. Charlie is just like a money maker.
Marvelous traveling spell if you pay promptly in advance. I think I'll give you that one.
Why did Charlie pick up the Newt's eyes jar and smell it?
Never know when it might come in useful. Piece of blue glass.
Okay.
Lovely bit of string.
Random, but awesome.
What's that? Knob come from the bed upstairs.
Why do you have that?
That will be all right. Carrie, turn the light down a little bit, will you?
Ah, bed knob. Bed knob.
Glue fire, firefly light.
Cool.
There.
How is Charlie not impressed?
Clear quarter turn to the left. Then, in a firm, clear voice, tell it where you want to go, and the bed will take you there.
The bed is the magic carpet.
Dear madam, it grieves me to inform you that due to the war we have been forced to close down our College of Witchcraft,
No!
in which you expressed so much interest.
No! Not the College of Witchcraft. I was going to apply for that. Charlie's such a rebel. Anything that Mrs. Price wants, Charlie says no.
The bed may travel quite fast.
I'm not going. I'm staying right here.
See, what I just said applies.
About a travelling bed. It won't work.
Charlie, we don't need you.
Now how's a ruddy big bed like that gonna get out of this room with those little windows?
That's so fair.
What's come over you lately, Charlie? You're no fun anymore.
Help me to tidy up the bed, Carrie.
I guess because he's away from his parents, there's a war going on, there's something happening with Charlie.
Something true. You're at the age of not believing.
He's like, Mrs. Price, why are you smiling?
Believing. And worst of all, you doubt yourself.
Oh, wow.
On a barren isle, in a lonely sea.
What's that supposed to be? Poetry?
Where did all
He's so bitter, he's like an old man.
wonderful in you?
Lovely sentiment, I'm sure.
Okay, he's not coming then. Leave him here forever.
Take us to Professor Amelius Brown
Nice, Paul.
Craft London.
of Witchcraft, London.
Now,
Good job, Paul.
Now we better hold on tight. The behavior of the bed is something I'm not quite sure of.
Let me.
This is really complicated for this travel. Why can't it just be like, say it and then it goes? Turn it, Paul. Turn it, Paul! Oh, he got on the bed. He's scared of the cat. What the heck? What the heck? Oh my god, imagine if you were like on drugs watching this movie. Imagine if you were on psychedelics watching this movie. That'd be insane.
Is this London? Of course it is. Can't you smell that lovely sooty air? Yeah, I ain't. I don't see no Professor Brown.
Neither do I.
Swear, but you're not in the bedroom. You're not in the bedroom, so you have to believe something.
I told you this flaming bed wouldn't work.
Are
Charlie,
you,
don't start
are you serious,
that
Charlie?
again. It didn't.
Look where you are.
Professor Brown.
There's no way.
Come on.
There's no way he has a briefcase with his name on it that big.
It is what they seem to be. Is that not so, madam?
That ain't the kind of professor I expect.
Yeah, me neither.
This solid piece of ordinary window glass, framed in an ordinary, unprepared frame. May I all...
Unprepared.
Unprepared, mark you, ladies and gentlemen, unprepared.
If you keep saying unprepared, they'll believe it.
We shall see. Don't leave now, and regret lost opportunities later.
So he actually broke the glass? I thought it was going to be a whole trick, but he actually just broke the glass. He is bad.
I was shocked and dismayed when you closed down the college without that most important last lesson.
I'm sorry, my dear, no refunds.
He didn't have the last lesson.
Matter is not closed. Don't let him get away.
Righto.
Chase him down, kids.
Will you get this child off my leg? Will you get this child?
Paul is doing such a good job. A bunny. She'll turn someone to a frog at the end of the movie, right?
Spells, in point of fact. It doesn't last very long. Some of your others are much better.
But I don't understand.
It's not his spell.
Say?
Well, more or less, I changed them round a bit. I gave them a bit of my own style, as it were.
Oh my days, the con man.
The address to Paul, please.
May I ask how we are going to get there on this bed? Fly?
I think the first question would be, why is there a bed in the alley?
Madam, is this...
Hold on to your seats! Here we go again. The drug trip, the hallucination ride.
In point of fact, I do. Temporarily, at any rate. I found the front door open. The house was deserted.
Oh my god, he's a squatter.
Lady, you are relentless. The book is in the library, and we shall proceed there after finishing our cheese and wine.
Is there no book?
Run along, children. But mind you don't touch anything. Remember, this house does not belong to Mr. Brown.
Yeah, you're all in this house illegally.
Ain't you ever seen a nursery? No, and neither have you.
Okay, Charlie. I don't know if that's a flex. It's interesting if you're looking at a movie through the lens of gender roles and you're seeing what the kids are told to play with and act with when they go into the room. You know, the girl has to act with the dolls, act very motherly, and the boys act with the trains and the rocking horse and stuff. Just find that, you know, it's interesting. It's reading too much into the movie, but it's interesting when you look at it through a lens like that.
Dear lady, have you ever considered entering what some of us call show business?
The what business?
No way, it's gonna be a show business movie?
Oh, how successful you could be with me.
Okay, Mr. Brown, I accept.
The future is ours as the shine sells the boot and the blossoms the fruit. All you
Dude, this guy's good.
whom to rely, and I'm your man.
No, should have said guy, relying guy.
So I humbly suggest you accept my behest. I'm
Mr. Brown, will you please stop
and my
that
lot
this minute?
have got to combine. Destiny calls
Mr. Brown,
us, the
I'm
future
warning
is
you.
ours.
I love Mr. Brown.
I love Naboombo.
Let's go there.
There'll be no such place. There is too such a
I see Cinderella in the corner there.
bit weird,
Oh.
ain't it? Animals wearing hats and things.
That's the lion from the intro.
I warned you, Mr. Brown.
No
Now, where
way.
is the book?
No way.
At last, Mr. Brown.
That one looks like a witch book.
The spell which creates this force is 5 mystic words. These
It's gonna
words,
be 4 of them. Oh, they're gone.
but the rest of the book is missing.
Now you see why I closed down the college.
Oh, he's good.
When I ask you, there was a sort of scuffle. The book tore. He got one half, and I got the other.
Oh.
Portobello Road.
Why is someone singing that? Why are they singing Portobello Road?
Off the barrow in Portobello Road, you'll find what you want in the port.
He's just singing that on the bed? That's legendary.
Cigars.
Made in Hong Kong, 2 bob a dozen, would you say?
He's got the scam tactics.
There's a little place around the corner. Portobello Road, Portobello Road.
This song's a bop.
Load is sold off the barrow in Portobello Road.
Oh, what the heck?
Lovely to see you. Goodbye.
Hold on a second. What are those women implying there?
The leather-bound life of the tiller, the hunt.
Oh my god, you have to pay for that. This song is amazing.
You can eat like a king in a Portobello Road.
Okay, Paul.
Portobello Road. Happy things are happening in Portobello.
No way. We're getting a bed? Okay. Okay, look at that. This is so random, but this is so fun, but it's so random. Ball's getting kidnapped. Well, what's with this music change? That was top 10 most random moments of all time. Like, actually top 10 most random moments. Am I watching a movie? Am I watching the same movie that I was watching before? Like, what is this? This has no connection to the plot at all, does it?
Come on, girls.
They've rehearsed this just for this occasion. Dude, these guys are also slaying it. Oh my god. They're still dancing. People are still dancing. This should not be called Portobello Road. This is Dancing Road. I swear to you, the movie has just changed. The movie is not the same movie we were just watching. Closing time. Everyone is on drugs on Portobello Road. Let me tell you, everyone is on drugs. They have to be.
How about one of these, mate? Fell off the back of a lorry.
Do be a good chap and run away.
Would you fancy this then?
Oh my god.
For the circumstances, I think we better ask questions later. Excuse me.
The bed.
There isn't much I wouldn't do.
Or haven't done for that matter. Right, Gov?
I hate his tie, by the way.
Spell. You have one clue, I have the other.
So let's combine them and work together.
And so on and so forth. Ah, here we are. The spell which creates this force.
Oh my god, the words aren't there either.
Star that was always worn by the sorcerer Astaroth.
But where are the words of the spell?
No, they're on the star.
Isn't that old Astaroth? And there's his star.
So let's just go to him.
Astaroth and stole many of his powers.
including the star with the spell on it.
The lion, the king lion, has the star.
Before he died, he swore he had seen an island ruled by animals.
Oh my god, take the bed there now.
It's just a simple children's book.
I'll be the judge of that. Give it to me.
No,
Please.
Paul.
not likely.
Bit of a stalemate, isn't it?
He's gonna stab the kid?
Disappear. I should like to see a Chief Jack 10th rate entertainer do a trick like that.
Oh, he's about to.
They'd take us to the island of Naboombu.
Oh, here we go. Oh my god, it's the movie. Wait, it's animated. Wait, it's all animated around them.
That's right. Here we are, on page 3.
Oh my god, we're gonna see the fish. Oh, that's so cool. Wait, I didn't think we'd be getting like 2D animation.
Wish to see who is in charge.
What's the rush? It's really rather splendid down here.
It is splendid.
For you, my dear.
Wow, that's so cool. Oh, I love the integration of 2D and 3D. Not even 3D, just real life.
Sing along on the
Mr. Brown
bottom
just
of the
sings.
beautiful
He just sings.
briny
I love it.
waters of the deep we glide far.
That fish just killed himself. Oh, never mind.
Think we're rather odd. It's fun to
No, his hat.
promenade.
He was cheating. The water bubbles like curtains. That was cool. This is the underwater Portobello Road. That's hilarious. That's cool.
It's lovely bobbing along.
That's cool.
Dance
To get a better peep. at
Wait, they're actually
the
integrated
plants
so well.
and creatures of
You can see the live set and then everything that's drawn around it. That's super cool.
of the frantic world above. Two beneath the blue.
could even fall into
Look at him swimming underneath.
the sea. Bobbing along, singing a song.
Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, they win. They win the trophy. Oh. Who's fishing? Are the land animals fishing?
People,
Wait.
Goodness.
I'll deal with this, my dear.
don't you know that
Wait.
Enough.
Huh? Now stow it, mate.
Wait.
It says, no people and blah,
No peopling.
means I gotta throw you all back. That's what it do.
The animation and him is timed up perfectly.
Get out of here!
Oh, he seems a little angry.
Excuse me, sir. As an all-round entertainer of sorts, I am considered not without talent.
This is actually crazy. Like, the integration is masterful.
The Royal Cup match cannot take place
Oh,
today.
no.
And His Majesty had so set his heart on it.
Oh no.
As 3 seasons with Manchester United.
Yes.
Before that,
You'll
I,
do. Come this.
He was captain of Spurs. He was the Spurs captain.
You think he's done for?
No, I think the lion's excited. What? No way. And look, there's the star.
He's a proper king. Look at his crown. What's he got round his neck?
Those are the words. Take a picture of them, quick.
Been in the family for years.
Star of Asteros.
You're to sit in His Majesty's Royal.
I just can't get over this integration. This is super cool. I actually don't know when this movie was made, but even then, this is amazing.
Let the match.
Oh my god, he's ready.
Right, True Blues. Best foot forward.
Oh my god, the Blues are so dead. Oh my god, I never thought we'd get animated football in this game. Oh my god, elephants are afraid of mice! He's unbeatable. Oh, they were so excited to do their jobs.
Foul! Foul! They're only animals. That's no excuse for dirty football.
Sounds like every British football fan. Oh my god. This is just as random as the dance sequence. Like, why do we need to see this whole game? This is insane. Oh my god, that one hurts so bad. Oh my god, you got trampled again.
Steady, matey. Move it around.
They're sad again. Oh, Mr. Brown, watch out, man. Mr. Brown, watch out. I love how he just disappears. He actually just disappears. It's hilarious. Even the cheetah outran its spots. There's no way he's gonna say he scored. No way. You know what? I count it. I count it.
Matey.
That's quite all right, Your Majesty. Thank you so much. Oh, please.
Can I have that medal, by the way?
Have you ever heard of something called the Gypsy Switch?
No.
Where he just did it to you.
That I have.
Oh my god, look at the medal. It's not there.
Mind visiting. Wouldn't want him living here.
Oh god, you're gonna be very angry in a second. He did say so.
Right, Paul?
Guys, why are you not running? Why are you actually not running?
Disney.
I'll keep it. Women always lose things.
Okay. Okay, just say that.
Hurry, Paul, the knob.
He's stuck.
Oh my god, Paul, you should have prepared for this. Paul is in no rush. Paul wants to be mauled by a lion.
Will you push the bed back into place, please?
I think
Mr.
we could all
Brown,
do with a nice cup of tea.
give us the medal now,
No
though.
time for that. I've got
Don't you dare try and betray us.
a life force of their own.
That's
Obviously,
insane.
I must have inanimate objects to experiment with.
Makes
Did you need his shoes? Look around. Look around you. Look how many objects there are. She needed his shoes. That's bullying.
I believe.
Oh, yes. It's in my nice clean hanky.
Oh my god. You lost it.
Only I would have had the sense to remember the words on that star.
I know the words, Miss Price.
Of course Paul does.
Alert for signs of a possible invasion. That was the news.
To think I might have been
I
able to...
forgot that this movie takes place during World War II.
Dragoon Mercodi's Trucorum
It's in the book. If it was in the book the whole time, Paul, you should have said something.
The truth, it does seem a bit old-fashioned. After all, we are in the 20th century.
What do you suggest?
Push up some of the words.
Mercodi's Trucorum Sanctisti.
Okay?
Power that's far beyond the one.
Okay, all spells should be like this.
Tricorum Sanctisti.
Oh. The shoes are alive.
No commodiary substitution or remote.
That's super cool. The way she walked around the shoes just makes it super believable. Oh my god. Imagine bringing shoes to life though. Like, what a sad life. Like, what are they gonna do? Those shoes.
Mercodi's and Trucorum Sanctisti.
What the heck? Why is there a sword? Are these the invisible people? Oh my god, it's the invisible people. Or maybe they're just all inanimate objects come to life. They're not invisible people.
Oh, what on earth are you doing?
Having a jolly good time, that's what.
Paul.
Buzz off, old chap. Find your own dancing partner. Oh!
That's my girlfriend. Oh, why would you do that? Come on.
Charles?
His pants are just kicking him.
Nothing can control.
Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god, that would have hurt so bad. That would have hurt so bad. It's the work of the devil. His kickstand is still down.
Who would like some more of my lovely sausages and mash?
No.
Bro, me, please, me.
I'm full. Me too.
Paul always has milk on his mouth when he eats. It's awesome, dude.
Very few better than me at this.
I can juggle too, guys. I don't know if you knew. I can juggle. This is cute. This is very cute.
Oh, Mrs. Hobday, do come in.
Oh, I can't stop, my dear. I've just come by to bring you the good news.
Good news.
The kids are going somewhere else.
Circumstances have changed somewhat.
That's right, we got a dad now. Mr. Brown.
Oh, a dad and a mom. Right, Paul?
What about him? What do you say about it, Mr. Brown?
This is not his house. He has nothing to say.
Yes, well, as a matter of fact, I should have left ages ago.
Don't leave, Mr. Brown.
I'm pleased.
You've been immensely kind. Thank you.
Don't leave, Mr. Brown.
Want me to come down to the station with you?
No, you stay here and look after everybody.
Oh man, don't go, Mr. Brown. What the heck? Are we gonna get an invasion fleet? Oh my god. This is insane. This is insane. What the heck? A Nazi's being turned into a frog in this movie. 100%.
Smack.
This is nuts.
Hello.
Oh my days.
No, Fräulein, this is not the invasion, just a little exercise. A minor raid to induce panic.
There's no way Nazis are in our house, dude. What the heck is this movie?
Feel about being turned into a nice white rabbit.
I was like, yeah.
Be quiet, please.
Show him.
Filigree, apogee, epigee.
Not again.
You didn't forget it. What the heck? What the heck? It's the assistant, the magic assistant. Oh my god. He punched both of them at the same time. His arm went through one of them into the other. That was crazy. This cat, man. This cat is not British. This is a German cat.
She said.
Is he gonna be a magician?
Did God women ever learn to file things properly?
Oh my god, why does he keep saying this?
Now come along, my boy. Just for once in your life, you've got to believe in something.
He'll do it.
Apogee, pedigree, pedigree.
He's gonna turn himself into a rabbit? Oh my god, he's turning himself into a rabbit. Go on, Mr. Brown. He's magic though, he's a witch now too. The rabbit was speaking.
Things move about.
Oh, but I need weapons.
How about all these things?
Oh yes.
I'm
Oh yes, good idea.
Thank you, Amelius.
Let's hope you haven't forgotten the spell, Miss
Oh,
Bright.
not this time, Charlie.
Found this in the castle. Probably.
Another broom. I'm so ready for them to start to move.
Look.
Oh yeah, here we go. It's time to go to war. Oh, let's go! That was insane. Dude, that is so awesome. That is so awesome.
Irgend so ein Trick sein. Ein guter Trick.
I like that we got subtitles just for that one moment. Dude, they're like, it's time. It's time. Brothers, are you with me? There's that beautiful shot. Why is it going on for so long? What the heck? She's leading the charge. What the heck? That shot was so epic. Oh, the slow march. They're like zombies.
Victory for England and St. George!
Let's start charging. Let's start charging. They They just keep going. They're not human. Shake it off. Gotta shake it off. Oh my god, I just stopped firing at that point. Oh! So good. What's the point of the helmet if he just died like that? That's so fun. What? I mean, some of the parts are in the wrong spot, but good try.
Mr. Brown, make those children take...
She knows that she's not invincible, right? That's terrifying. Why is that crazy? That's so funny.
After all.
Vorpacken Sie! Springen Sie! Los! Los! Voran! Voran!
Oh, we're gonna mortar her? Or are they blowing all this up?
Goodbye, Colonel.
Oh my god. Now what though? The Germans are gonna leave now, right? I guess those old people are gonna come back?
He'll think twice before coming back here again.
It's tragic. All your spells, your equipment.
Well, she's not a witch anymore.
That mean you ain't gonna be a witch no more? Never.
We don't want you to be our mom anymore. You're not a witch. You're not cool enough. Oh my god, the kiss. You might never see him again. He's going off to war.
We ain't gonna have no fun no more. Well, still got this, ain't I?
Oh my god, and it's connected to him. Let's go visit him in the war. Let's go visit him in the trenches. That was fun. That was a fun movie. Thank you, Jonathan, for recommending that movie. That was really fun. I would never have watched it if you had not recommended it. But I thought the integration of animation in this movie and some of the effects as well were top notch. Like super well done. I can understand why the people working on Mary Poppins have worked on this movie as well. So that's pretty cool. I had issues with this movie, but overall, I had a really good time. I had a really enjoyable time. And that was my reaction to Bedknobs and Broomsticks, the 1971 comedy fantasy, also a kids movie, also a witch movie, and recommended by Jonathan on the channel. He's in my movie recommendation tier over on Patreon, and so he had the option to recommend me a movie this month, and he recommended Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and it was a great recommendation. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I really enjoyed this movie. It was super creative, it was super interesting, and while I had some issues with the movie overall, for the most part, I had a really enjoyable time, and I was quite shocked by how wowed I was by the integration of effects in this movie as well. First, I want to touch on some of my maybe problems with this movie, but then I'm going to go into everything that I liked because it's majority stuff that I liked. I think the first thing that I want to talk about, this movie was very patriotic, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I just thought it was kind of interesting, the message saying that, like, you know, they show Mr. Brown heading off to war all like triumphantly at the end of the movie, and everyone knows that war is not like triumphant. War is a pretty horrible thing. So I don't know, just that messaging is kind of interesting. Also, this movie is a little bit misogynistic. It's a little bit, you know, sexist and stuff like that. So there's that. Mr. Brown says quite a few things about women not being good at stuff. You know what I mean? He says something about women always losing things. He says women are unorganized, you know, and the movie kind of does that quite a few times, which I found to be a little interesting. So maybe not the best message there, as well as having the kids, for example, play with certain items that are very gender typical. But again, I'm looking at this from a lens of 2024. I need to go back to 1971. And so these did not hinder the movie for me at all. These did not make me dislike the movie. These did not make me hate the movie. These are just things that I noticed while watching the movie from as someone who is alive in 2024 when these things are much more prominent in society. These issues are much more prominent in society. In 1971, no one would have thought twice when seeing this movie, and so they did not hinder my enjoyment of this movie. They didn't make me hate this movie because I was trying to put myself in the shoes of someone from 1971. But I think my biggest issue with this movie was just kind of the pacing of it felt really off. It's a 2-hour movie, and I thought this movie could have been told, the story could have been told in about an hour and a half. It felt like there were about 20 minutes of this movie that didn't really need to happen. For example, the whole dancing sequence on whatever the name of that street was. That was the name of a mushroom, but I just totally forget at the moment. I'm pretty sure it started with a P. That whole dancing sequence, while it was super fun and very, very enjoyable, it had no relation to the plot. And 8 minutes of the movie, almost 10 minutes of the movie, was reserved to just seeing different people dance. And I just found it to be so odd. Yes, it was lively. Yes, it was fun. But even a lot of the dances didn't even involve our characters. They were just randos dancing in these little dance segments. And so if all of the dance sequences had involved our characters in some way, maybe that would be a little different. But there were a bunch of times where our characters were not in the shot where these people were dancing, and so it just felt a little strange. It felt like the movie just kind of veered off course for a second, wanted to be a movie about dancing on this street for a while, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're a movie, let's get back on track. And then they went back on track. And then same thing again with the football match that happens in the animated world. It was super cool and super fun to see the animation, to see Mr. Brown, get trampled by all of these animals and stuff like that. But it just went on too long. If it had gone on maybe half of it, if half of it had happened, and then we continued the plot, that would have been fine. But there was just a point where kind of the same gags were happening over and over again, where Mr. Brown was getting squished over and over again, and then the same kind of things were happening where the ball was being played back and forth, and it was creative and it was fun, and again it was lively, but it just felt tedious in a way, because it just felt like the movie was off course again, and before it came back on. The ending as well was really random, but I guess that makes a lot more sense because it was set during World War II, and so it kind of makes sense that this happens at the end of the movie. I thought she was going to turn someone into a frog. It felt like that was set up. I feel like at the start of the movie, she said it 2 or 3 times, the witch. Miss Price, or Mrs. Price now, I guess, because there's Mr. Brown in her life. So Mrs. Price said a bunch of times that she wanted to turn people into toads, but she keeps turning rabbits, and I swear she said it at least 2 or 3 times. So I was expecting someone to turn into a toad at the end of the movie, but that did not happen. Sorry, it feels like I've just been talking a lot about not the negatives of this movie, I guess. I don't know, I just felt like I had a lot more to say than I thought I did. But positives of this movie, I thought the kids were really fun. Charlie in particular was he was annoying, but he was super fun. I loved just how adamant he was about doing the exact opposite that Mrs. Price wanted him to do. If Mrs. Price told him to wake up, he would go back to sleep. If Mrs. Price told him to eat, he would starve himself. If Mrs. Price told him to sit on the couch, he would sit on the floor. Everything that she said, he would do the opposite of. And I loved that so much. I loved the rebellious nature. Paul was also amazing. I just loved how cute he was. He was also just really funny. He had some great lines and some great moments. I loved that he was in charge of the bed knob. I thought that was super cool. He was super proud of having this little bed knob. I thought that was super awesome. And then I'm going to be honest, the girl in the group, she didn't do anything in this movie. I'll be honest with you. She was in this movie. I don't remember her name. And she just didn't really do much. She just kind of was there in the background, kind of just saying lines sometimes. But I feel like she was just kind of unimportant. Take her out of the movie doesn't change. I also really liked Mr. Brown and Mrs. Price. I really liked their relationship and how that grew over time. I really liked Mr. Brown in particular. Take away the sexism that he was portraying in this movie. He was a really fun guy, a really caring guy. I really liked his songs. Portobello Road, that is the name of the road. Portobello Road. I really liked his songs. I really liked the way that he sung, the style of his singing, the energy in his singing. I thought it was super fun, and it added this really nice energy to the movie as a whole, as well as Mrs. Price had some really great singing moments and dancing moments. I especially liked the moment where Mrs. Price and Mr. Brown were dancing underwater, and they were doing all those flips and those wide shots. I thought that was super, super cool. And now speaking of the water, the animation in this movie was absolutely stunning. And not only the animation, but the integration of live action and animation combined was out of this world. It was seamless a lot of the time. Sometimes you could see maybe like a little bit of, I don't know, green screening in the background or whatever. There was like some, I don't know, what do you want to call it, like bleed in from the shot where you had the animated background, a little bit of bleed in to whatever still plate they have behind the actors and then the actual actors themselves. But most of the time it was flawless, and it was so good. The way that these live action characters would interact with the animated characters, they would take things from them, they'd walk behind them, they'd walk in front of them, they'd do these dances around them, and it just works so well to the point where I wasn't seeing these animated characters and live action characters as separate things and separate entities and separate worlds, but all of these people just in the same world at the same time. And that's what they need to do in a movie, you know what I mean? That's how you know it worked. If I stop seeing these characters as two separate plates and seeing the effect, then the effect works, and the effect worked in this movie marvelously. I thought the funniest effect though was when Mr. Brown was getting trampled, and it's like he was cut in a frame, like he's standing up and then all of a sudden he's not there. Like it's like he just disappears and he's on the floor, and it's so funny. It's so good. So yeah, besides that, I really did enjoy this movie, and I just want to say a big thank you so much, Jonathan, for recommending this movie to me, as well as thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, let me know if there's anything else that's kind of like Bedknobs and Broomsticks, because I did really enjoy this movie, you know, in the same vein as Mary Poppins. I have seen Mary Poppins, albeit a really long time ago, but I have seen it, so I don't think I would watch it on the channel just because I do know too much about that movie to react to it on the channel, but not enough that I can recollect the whole movie on my own, you know what I mean? But I'm in that like weird middle state at the moment with Mary Poppins. But yeah, let me know if there's any other fantastic children's movies that you watched as a kid. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.